No more healing. Just revive. This is it. This is it. It's over. First try, by the way. Okay, so real quick, let me just go here and finish things here. Alright. So we're gonna save here. Then go to the main menu. Okay. So here is where we end off. So we're gonna round things up. So 348, 56 hours. That's around 349 hours minus 325 hours. That's when we started this DLC. So we finished this DLC at around 24 hours. Not bad. Not bad at all. So after 24 hours of from the beginning of the main story to the end of Endless Ragnarok, what are my thoughts? Well, first of all, if you guys have seen my predictions video on what I want or what I was coping for Endless Ragnarok, not even like 10% of what I wanted was in the game at all. So so yeah, that was a major coping session, as I've said. We did get layered weapons at least. I guess the main elephant in the room is that we didn't get much in the way of story. I'm gonna be honest, how the story was tackled is basically similar to how the end game of base Relink was, which was you just do a bunch of quests and then every now and then there's gonna be a main quest like Id going to the Pillar of Vayoi to fight a shadow and shit, and then the ending. But I don't really like how at the end, before we were gonna fight Zegalith, everybody is like, come on, let's go together, we're gonna take down this final boss together. As long as we have friends here, then we're gonna be able to tackle it on. But I'm like, there's no build up to that. There's no build up to that. I was expecting something more story focused, like the Lies of, like, if you guys know Lies of P, Lies of P Overture had a very story focused DLC. I really like that, as well as the expansion for pretty much name any Monster Hunter expansion, from Rise to Sunbreak, World to Iceborne, and now in the future, Wilds to Transcendence. Those are gonna be very heavily focused expansion DLCs. I kind of wanted that for Endless Ragnarok as well. Pretty much, if you want to basically summarize Endless Ragnarok, it's literally just the base game's end game, like Chapter 0, but stronger monsters in the higher tier, obviously. And yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I did have fun. It was fun, like leveling up and fighting the bosses and stuff. But if you think about it, literally the only like actual new bosses that were introduced in this DLC expansion is literally only Beelzebub, the world, and Zegalith at the end. Of course, there's also there's also like beefed up monsters, but those are, let's be honest here, they're basically reskins with an added moveset. I'm talking about brand new. Oh, and I guess Seophon and Toyen were new bosses as well. That's like 4. That's literally only like 4. Like you can't count like a reskinned behemoth. You can't count the ruby golem. You can't count the magnum the ice wolf. You can't count Fury Cane. You can't count Vulcan. You can't count, bro. Even Excavalion wasn't even in this DLC. And why would he be? He's basically a theater boss, or a scripted boss. Much like it's just as scripted as Zegalith at the end. Like, let's be honest here, man. Zegalith was far easier than Lucilius. Lucilius was hard. Even Beelzebub was hard. The world, I guess the world was hard too, but for how, I mean, I guess they wanted this whole like massive grand finale with all the 6 dragons, because I'm not sure. Well, I'm somewhat a little bit well versed in the lore because I research on Granblue Fantasy lore. I've actually been knowing Granblue Fantasy since like the early gacha games, before, way long before Relink came out, and way long before even Relink was announced back in the day. That's how long ago I'm familiar with Granblue Fantasy. I don't know, man, but it's like, I understand like the six dragons are like basically a tier, like high above Lucilius in terms of like lore. So that's why they have to make it grand and stuff. But there's literally no stakes. Fedio literally brought that alongside with the other six dragons and coalesced their powers into one to make like a super boss. But there's literally no reason to do that. Like you know what I was expecting? I was fully expecting Beelzebub to play a massive role in the story, but but Beelzebub was literally only shown just aura farming at the in some cutscenes where the light was just completely blank and dark, and you can only see the bro's abs and him half naked from up top. Like, I don't understand. I honestly had high expectations for the story of the DLC. I'm not gonna lie, but I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm still gonna continue playing beyond this point. I'm definitely gonna be building Beatrix because I really like Beatrix a lot alongside Zeta. But other than that, I mean, what else do I have to say? Like, the bosses are fine. Like, if we want to talk about the leveling up system, there's so much grinding in the game. I actually like it. I like it a lot because it gives you more incentive to play like the game, and it's a lot of fun. But yeah, it also, I mean, the end game, it shows more to do in terms of a combat as well, because there's Lucilius, Beelzebub, the world, and Bahamut Versa at the end in the Defy Infinity part. So that's actually something you can work towards. I guess I was expecting more of this DLC. I mean, there's nothing wrong with like what they've done. I just wanted more. I wanted more of the story rather than this. It's like playing a gacha game. Like, you gotta do this quest and do that quest to progress the main plot. It's like doing gacha game main quests, which is, if you guys have played gacha game main stories, they're very segmented, and this is basically what the DLC was. Not, and maybe it's your cup of tea, but for me personally, I'd rather have a story that more around the lines of base Relink story. I wanted like a whole story sequence and story cutscenes revolving around like the characters and Beelzebub, why Beelzebub's there. I mean, if we were gonna be introduced to Frau and Fediel, I wanted more cutscenes to get to know them more, them going on an adventure with us and stuff. But I guess we can't get we can't get what we want. Now, I know I may sound like I'm like disappointed or down by this DLC, which I am, but like, I can't really complain. It's more Granblue Fantasy Relink, and we have to go up to mastery level 50 as well. That's something to work up towards. So there's bro, even if you're just focusing on one character, that's like 100 hours more for just leveling up one character to the max. And then if you add on top of like a whole team that you want to build, like at least 4 people you want to build, that's like 400 hours or such. So there's a ton of content in the game. You really can't complain. And what's really nice is that you still have a lot more quests to do beyond rolling credits. We didn't even roll credits for Endless Ragnarok, but it's whatever. It just shows thanks for playing. I don't think there's anything else that I want to say. I mean, I really enjoyed fighting against the new bosses, but let's be honest, you're mainly just working your way up to the main four bosses, which is again Lucilius, Beelzebub, Bahamut Versa, and Zegolith, or whatever its name is. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it. I don't have any more to say. That's all I'm gonna say about Granblue Fantasy Relink Endless Ragnarok. I have 3 whole videos I have to edit for this. Session 1, 2, and this is 3. I'm gonna be uploading this sort of after review, after the credits first, and then I'm gonna upload the VOD. It took me 24 hours just to beat this DLC. And I think that's it. I don't have any more to say. I enjoyed myself. Oh, and what do I plan on doing now that I'm finished with Endless Ragnarok? In terms of like endgame, I'm gonna be focusing on building up my Beatrix, because I want to be playing Beatrix a lot. Because I've played Zeta for 24 plus hours this entire DLC. I want to play a new damn character already, so I'm gonna be focusing on Beatrix. I've barely seen any Beatrixes during this DLC. Like, a lot of people, you know what I've been seeing a lot of? I've seen a lot of Fraus. A lot of Fraus and Fedials, but not Beatrix, which is very surprising. But I guess I'll be of the few Beatrixes that actually play her in the game. That is going to be it for this playthrough of Endless Ragnarok. I am going to be uploading this review first, and then the VODs after, and then highlights of said VODs, like boss fights. But anyway, that's pretty much going to be it, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll see you guys on the next video. So, thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. If you like this video, please do like and subscribe, but only if I've earned it. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Who knows, maybe I'll make 4 videos of doing the Defying Infinity, because those are quite literally the hardest content in the game, because the power levels are 45k for all of them. So I'm gonna be just working my way up to that tier eventually, and then I'll maybe record a video of me finishing them off one by one. But let's not forget, there are other games that are releasing this year, so I may just, once they release, I'll just focus on them to make content on them, then come back to grinding. Either way, I'll be coming back in this game to continue the grind whenever I can, because I still do enjoy the game. So yeah, this DLC released on July 8th, 2026, and I beat it on July 10th, 2026. So it only took me 2 to 3 days, basically, across a 24-hour playthrough. And that's really not that bad. Anyway. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out. Peace out.